Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, my name is Sarah and I am a flower farmer in East Yorkshire in the UK. And currently I am in my shipping container workshop, which myself and my husband converted last winter, and it has been a godsend. And this container has been so amazing for the business. I've now got a space that I can call my own and I can store everything in. So as you can see, there's lots of dried flowers behind me that I've collected from the flower farm and dried in here, and now they are being stored or still kind of being dried in here. So today I thought I would show you a dried flower wreath that I'm going to be making today. I thought I would take you along with me as I'm going to be making it. I've actually only ever made a couple of dried flower wreaths, but I have made hundreds of fresh wreaths. And actually I do find it a little bit more tricky than making fresh wreaths because the dried material tends to be thinner and less dense than fresh material, meaning that you kind of need to use more to give it the fuller effect. That's just from my personal experience anyway. So if you can see behind me, here's one that I made the other day. I am happy with it, but not 100% happy with it. I think it needs to be a little bit fuller, and maybe just a few little tweaks to it, and then I'll be happy. But what I'm going to do is use a willow base that I weaved earlier on in the year. So if you check out one of my old videos, I'll put the link up here. You will see how I bend the willow into willow hoops. So I haven't posted anything in a while and you guys have been asking me if I'm okay. I'm absolutely fine. I've just been really busy with Christmas wreath making workshops. I had 2 full-on weeks of workshops every single day, and in some cases 2 workshops a day. And I'm finished now and we're nearly at Christmas. So I thought I would just get some creative juices flowing in the workshop today, and then I'm going to have a little break over Christmas. Maybe post a couple of little sit down chatty videos. So if you've got any questions that you want to ask me, then pop them in the comments and I'll get back to you on those possibly. I definitely would like to make a video about my journey into flower farming and how I got to where I am now in the business. So if you've got any questions regarding that, then I would definitely pop them in the comments and I will address those in that video. So let's get into the wreath making demo. So if you've watched any of my other wreath making demonstration videos on YouTube, then you will see that I normally make lots of bundles of foliage and flowers, and then I wrap them with this reel wire, and then I will attach those bundles to the wreath. So I made an autumn wreath video not so long ago, which I will link in the description, and you guys can watch that one. That's the same principle that I'm going to be using today, but with fresh flowers. And also when I'm using fresh, I put moss on the bases, which obviously I won't be doing today because it will just cause mould on the hoop. But I think what I'm going to do is go for another natural looking wreath because I am kind of a natural gal. I'm quite liking the neutral colours at the moment, beiges and whites and things, so I think I'm going to go for something similar again today. So let's get into it. So I've got a few dried bits and bobs out behind me, and I'm thinking that I might use these for the wreath. However, I'm just wondering whether I need something that's a little bit more contrasting to go with it. But I think I might start putting some bunches together and see how it looks, and then maybe I'll think about adding something afterwards. So just a brief overview of what I've got here. I've got some dried Achillea, which is a pink and a white variety. Then I've got some dried millet, which is a nice black colour. And then I've got this dried cress. If you watch my favourite fillers video, I seem to be plugging a lot of videos in this video, but it's worth checking out them if you haven't seen them before. So yeah, this dried cress, I put that in my favourite fillers video. It's great to use fresh, and it dries absolutely amazing as well. So I've also got some twigs from a birch tree. I've got some Panicum elegans frosted explosion, and I've got some dried honesty as well, and also a little bit of dried oregano down there as well. So I'm going to start putting those together and see how they look together. So what I'm going to do is just pick a few items of each of these and put them together into a nice bundle. So I've made about 24 of these small bundles, and they're all ready to be going on the wreath now. I think I might actually need to put a couple more in, but I'm just going to fasten them on now and see how it fits onto the wreath before I make any more. So what I'm going to do is attach this reel wire onto the hoop. Oops. And normally what I do is I just wind it around a couple of times and pull it really tight so that it isn't coming loose when I pull it. And then I'll change the camera angle and I'll show you how I'm putting them on the wreath. So I want to make sure that my wreath base is going to be totally covered by the dried flowers. So I normally start with my reel at the bottom there, it just makes it a little bit easier for me. And what I'm going to do is lay the first bundle on the edge facing outwards like that, and I'm going to go around with my reel a couple of times and pull it nice and tight. And I tend to put the ones with more twiggy things on the outside like that. It tends to make the outside of the wreath look a little bit better. And then, as you can see, I have a little bit of a bare patch here still, so I'm going to put my next bundle just in there, keeping my wire on continuously, and I'm pulling that really nice and tight. And then I just have to select which bundle is going to go in there next best. Sometimes it's not always the first one that you pick up. So then I'm going to just keep going, keep winding and pulling it nice and tight. I really love the oregano in this. It smells really good as well. So what I'm going to do is leave this wire on here, and I'm going to get a fresh reel so that I don't have to detach that, and the wreath will stay nice and strong with a continuous reel of wire around it. So now I'm just going to make and attach the bundles one by one so that I'm not making too many. I just want to take a moment to thank Skillshare for sponsoring this week's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes and workshops which are perfect for getting your teeth stuck into, whether it be art, filmmaking, yoga or gardening. If it's a new hobby you're looking for, or you just want to improve existing skills, then Skillshare is a great place to start. Their platform is also ad-free, meaning that you can stay focused on what you're learning without any distractions. This week, I took part in a class by Ali Bartlett, which was about how to save time editing on Adobe Premiere Pro, which is the program that I use to edit my YouTube videos. I learned a lot of new tricks which I didn't know about before, which is going to help me massively with my video editing in the future. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in my description below will get 1 month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. So I've just finished going round, and I think I'm quite happy with the fullness of the wreath. So I'm just going to cut the wire off and then find somewhere to loop it around the back of the wreath. So where you can see that I've finished weaving there with that piece of willow, I'm just going to go round and around that, and that looks quite tidy. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and write me a little comment in the comments box below. It was really nice to see you all again, and hopefully it won't be too long before the next video. Bye!